going to celebrate Greek Independence Day, which many of you know is today, March 25th. And first we'll have some remarks from the Mayor of New Bedford. Then Father Bevis will say a few things. And then Michael Sloan, the Parish Council President. Myself, George Quintanas, about the importance of March 25th. And then the kids from the Greek school will sing the Greek and American national anthems, and we'll raise the flag. And then you're all invited for coffee and pastry afterward in the Ashley Room.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yasu Takanyas. All right, everybody's awake. This is such a big turnout today. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Chief, maybe they knew you were coming. Virginia, you probably made sure we had a good turnout today, I think. Yes, I think so. Everybody, and Father Bevis, you know, you're still a rock star in this city, and I know everybody's out to see you. Usually Phil Paleologos is here. Celeste, where's Phil today? Is he? He's not feeling well. All right. Well, anyway, I just it's great to see everybody. I think it's great to see such a great turnout for Greek Independence Day. This year we celebrate. What is it, Father? It's 198. So we're two years. It'll be the bicentennial.
1821.
Yeah. So in 2 years we'll have the bicentennial. So we're really pleased to host this event every year. Pleases me to no end that I know at the end of it I can be treated to some baklava and kouribieres and other carbohydrates. Looking forward to that. But I just really I wanted to welcome everybody on behalf of the city and just reiterate just how proud we are of the Greek heritage here in the city. Our Greek community remains strong. It has contributed so much over the years in many, many ways. Greeks in our city have been business leaders, they've been teachers, they've been lawyers, they've been civic leaders, they've been public officials, and they've been rock stars like Father Bevis, of course, most of all. But and you know, today's your day to celebrate. We're fortunate we live in a city that more than most reflects the American melting pot. In fact, in many ways, we're even in our little sample, a even richer place than most, because you know we are a place that has always embraced differences and celebrate and given everybody an opportunity to celebrate where they've come from while still celebrating their American heritage and citizenship. So I want to thank all of you. I have a brief proclamation that I'll read, and then I'll turn it back over to George. And it goes as follows. Whereas the Hellenic people for thousands of years have been at the core of Western culture and civilization, and by virtue of a culture that exalted reason and the pursuit of knowledge, they advanced the dignity and freedom of man. Modern Greece threw off the shackles of oppression and subjugation in her valiant struggle for liberty in the early years of the 19th century. This year marks the 198th anniversary of the independence of the nation of Greece. And so now, therefore, as the mayor of the city, I proclaim today, March 25th, 2019, as Greek Independence Day in honor of the nation of Greece and Greek Americans, and call upon our citizenry to observe this day with the deepest admiration and respect for the nation, which has given so much to the world. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, George. Thank you.
Father Bevis.
Oh, I get to introduce Father Bevis. Do I get to do that? I'll seize the mic back. So it is a real treat. I have my friend who has contributed enormously to the city since he came to this country back in the early 50s, and you know, whether it's through the library system or through our school system or through from his pulpit, and in so many other ways, he's brought people together, and today's just a really good example of that. And so I'm glad my good friend Father Bevis is here to say a few words. I always listen intently. Father.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You bet.
Top of the water now.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let us applaud the mayor.
For cable TV.
Okay.
This is the one that works.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again. Let's applaud the mayor.
Oh, stop.
First of all, we are thankful to you, Mr. Mayor, for receiving us today and commemorate the Greek Independence Day. It's a very, very important event in the history of the modern Greek nation. And when I see the Greek flag here, it reminds me the purity of the white and the blue is the oceans that surround the Greek islands and the Greek nation. So we are grateful to you and to the city for receiving us and celebrating the Greek Independence Day in a beautiful, wonderful city of New Bedford. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you. And the youth of my George Condanis, you want to say something, George? Thank you.
Thanks, Father Bebas. And next we have Michael Sloan, the Parish Council President of St. George's Greek Orthodox Church, will say a few words.
Come on, George.
Thank you, George. I'm not so sure about the speaking order, but having to follow Father Bebas and the Mayor is quite an uphill task. I'll keep it brief. I'd really just like to thank the Mayor again for extending the welcome to take over the city steps for an afternoon every March 25th or thereabouts. Thank everyone for coming out. This is a good turnout this year. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the weather, the sun coming down. It's not raining, which is good. But more importantly, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming here and sharing the Greek heritage, which is so important for so many of you, and to the city as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. I just want to say a few words, a little personal story about Greek Independence Day. It was a story that was told to me to my grandfather, who was told it by his grandfather, who was told it to him by his great-grandfather, Telesopano. You know how the story goes. So he was born in a little town in Arcadia, in the mountains of the Peloponnesus, where my family has been for a long time on my father's side. And when he was 25 years old, he joined the other thousands of young men from across the Peloponnesus, and they gathered in a monastery called Saint Lavra near the city of Patras today. And thousands of them came there. And it was March 25th is a big holiday in Greece. It's the Gospel Evangelismos. And so they gathered there, and they had their fustanellas, which is what the Greek Parliamentary Guard still wears today, the ones with the skirts, the evzones, right here. And they were all there with they had gathered with their rifles at the monastery. And after Divine Liturgy, Bishop Germanos gave the signal, which was the blue and white flag, which was the signal for the Greek revolt. And Bishop Germanos said, how much longer will we be slaves to the Ottoman Empire? And from this day forward, he raised the blue and white flag, and it was the signal for the rising. So after 8 years, and struggle against the Ottoman Empire, and at the loss of over 300,000 lives at the Battle of Navarino in 1828, aided by the Allied fleets from Europe. The Ottoman fleet was sunk, and Greece was liberty, and Greece was freed. And just as Patrick Henry in our own revolution said, give us freedom or give us death to free us from the British Empire, so Greece was always freed. And as the mayor alluded to, and Father Bebas, we live in a city where we're constantly reminded of the Greek contribution to our culture, including the building built in Greek Revival style, the steps on which we stand today, and the library across the street. And in the language in which over 50% of the words, from telegram to telephone, from biology to radiology, are in our own English language. So that's a great contribution, and also, of course, is the hope for freedom and democracy that the Greek people have helped keep alive for thousands of years. So that's the message I want to leave you with today, and thanks for coming. And now the children of St. George's Greek School will sing the Greek national anthem and the American national anthem. Okay, and now the flags, and now you're going to do the American national anthem. Okay, all right. Oh, see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars in the perilous fight, what a ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' great glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner.